Hi there, my name is Ronak and today I'm going to give you a demo of how to create a virtual account on Decentro's Virtual Accounts module. So you're going to start off by downloading the API collection onto your Postman. You can do that by going over to docs.decentro.tech, download the API collection. Once you've got it set up, you open up this Decentro APIs collection, go down to India, accounts, account linking, and click on virtual accounts, which is the API which does the whole account creation. Now, in the interest of time, I have already configured the credentials that we're going to be using today. These credentials will be shared with you for your testing as well. Now, the main information is gathered in the body of the API. So if you go over here, I've already keyed in some information. Now, the first parameter that you see is the type of account that you would like to create. So you're going to go with virtual. The bank code is basically asking you which bank you want to create this virtual account with. And today we're going to be running with Yes Bank, but you can either run with Yes Bank or ICICI. Then you enter the name of the person you're creating the virtual account for, the PAN number of the same person, along with the email ID and phone number for them, and the address. This is important. It asks you whether you've done the KYC verification, and you have to enter 1 because we can't proceed without doing that. You've already seen the KYC demo in which I have verified this PAN number. So enter 1. I verified it on Decentro, so I'm going to enter this value as 1. Now the next two parameters are basically asking you if you would like to configure any sort of limits on the virtual account that you're creating. And over here I'm going to run with 0, but if you would like to create either a minimum balance requirement or if you would like to put in a transaction limit, you can do so by entering the values here. The account is going to be an INR account, and this is the client ID with which you identify your customer. So this is essentially coming in from your system. Now in the interest of this account, what we're going to do is run with this client ID, and that's about it, right? So once you've done all of this, you straight away go in and you hit send, and you're going to get a response. So you see 201 created account. So I have created the account successfully. The account number is as follows. It's got an IFSC code as well, and these are the money transfer rails that you can use. It covers all for IMPS, NEFT, RTGS as well as UPI. And each virtual account that you create on Decentro will by default come with a UPI ID. You can actually go over to any UPI app like Google Pay or PhonePe, key in this UPI ID and make a transfer into this account as well. It will show you the limits that you've set for the account if you've set any over here, and that's pretty much about it. And all it took was 400 milliseconds to create the account. Now I'm going to give you a demo of the Get Balance API. So those of you who followed the previous video, you would have seen that I just created a new virtual account with these details. And now I want to look at the balance that's present in this account. Now I've just created the account and I have not made any transfer into this account. So I expect the balance to be 0, but I would like to show you how it works nonetheless. So you go into the money transfer folder and click on Get Balance, and this is the API. And you just enter the virtual account number that you created along with the mobile number of the person you entered, and hit send, and that's all that you need to do. It's going to give you the results. So you see that okay, it's you got a successful call and the present balance is 0 as expected. So that is the Get Balance API. I transferred money to the virtual account that I just created using PhonePe through the UPI mechanism, and I transferred 10 rupees. Now, if I go back to the same get balance API and trigger the API again, ideally we should have that 10 rupees coming into the account and that reflecting in the new balance. So now we're going to go and check for the latest balance of the account. I've already keyed in all of the information over here. As you can see, this is from the previous API hit that I did. The present balance of the account was 10 rupees. So now what we're going to do is fetch the get balance API again to see if there's any change. And as you can see, we've got the 10 rupees that I just transferred from PhonePe reflecting in the balance as of now. Now I'm going to give you a demo of transferring money out of the virtual account to a typical savings account, and we're going to do that through the IMPS route today. And to do that, all you've got to do is now go into the initiate transfer API, and again, in the interest of time, I've got all my credentials plugged in, and all you've got to do is go into the API body and enter the information that you'd like to enter. The purpose message can be used for basically entering anything like a narration that you would like to see in the statement. So I'm going to say test transaction. The customer ID is the same ID that you use in your system to identify a customer. I'm going to copy paste it for ease. To customer ID does not exist because I'm going to transfer it to my savings account. Now I'm going to enter the account number that we just created. Now I'm going to enter my actual bank account number, and I've got it. So my account number is going to enter my mobile number now, email ID as well. I want to do an IMPS transfer of 5 rupees. I'm not going to set up a frequency of the transaction. This will kick in later. Now, if it's a one-time transaction, you will have to enter the beneficiary details. But on successfully triggering this transaction and this being settled by the bank, Decentro will automatically create a beneficiary code for you so that you don't need to enter these information again and again. And looks like I am set. So now all I've got to do is make sure that I've entered the details correct. The account number is where it typically goes wrong, so you've got to double check that. And it's got to be 18 characters. And looks good. All other details look okay. And I'm going to hit send. Hit send, and it looks like the transaction has been sent to the bank. So by default, Decentro will always give you a pending response because we've done everything from our end and pushed the transaction to the bank. Now it's up to the bank to settle this. Now, how do you know whether the transaction has actually gone through or not? To do that, what you need to do is pick up the transaction ID and go over to get transaction status. Now in the get transaction status API, just hit this and enter the transaction ID that you got from the initiate transfer response and hit send. And you will see that this transaction is successful. The transaction was pending settlement, and you will get this response once the bank pushes this transaction.